It's Kaufman is Alive YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at all the new comic books I picked up at the comic book shop today. Plus, I picked up an old back issue that they had behind the counter. And I'll go through that at the very end of the video, and we'll take a look at that together. Mostly just a lot of X-Men kind of spin-off titles, and Spawn seems to be what I picked up today. If you followed my channel, those are definitely two brands I'm interested in as far as comic books go, is Spawn and X-Men. Got the new Wolverine Revenge Red Band edition, issue number 3, written by Jonathan Hickman. Greg Capullo's on art here. FCO Placencia is the colorist, and there was quite a bit of controversy this past week between Capullo and the colorist, who abruptly quit the title, and Capullo went on Twitter and made a little bit of a fuss about it, talking about how deadlines aren't for everybody. So we'll open this up and kind of flip through it together. I'm not too sure about Capullo's comments. They were pretty interesting. Usually you don't see a lot of creators kind of go public with some of the behind the scenes drama, and I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to really comment too much on that, just to say that it's kind of unfortunate to see that kind of happen between the creators on this title. We got the Red Band edition here. There really was no difference between this Red Band and the actual cover to this. They've just got kind of some ink blood splatters, and the background's a different color. But I just wanted to get all the Red Band issues for this series in particular, just because I'm a fan of Greg Capullo's work and Hickman's writing. So obviously I haven't flipped through any of these comics yet that I picked up today, so we're kind of looking at them for the first time together. I do like the colors on this book, all things considered. Really like Capullo's Wolverine, obviously, looks pretty cool. This has been kind of a weird series. Doesn't seem to be in normal continuity with some of the other X-Men titles. Just Capullo maybe playing the greatest hits, having Wolverine go up against some of his biggest villains. In the last issue, we saw him battling Sabretooth. We didn't get a conclusion to that fight, and it looks like we're jumping right into this battle with Omega Red here. So got Deadpool here. Definitely interested to see where Deadpool and Wolverine's relationship is during this comic, because they seem to be partners teaming up most of the time. So looks like they are having kind of a nice long heart-to-heart talk here. Some pretty nice looking smudged up faces here. Reminds me of Spawn, when Capullo was drawing Spawn, with the meatball face for sure. So that's pretty gnarly. I wonder if that one's in the the original comic, not the Red Band, this cover, this page here. So finally we get Colossus here, who's on the cover, showing up. And he is apparently a member of this offshoot Brotherhood of Evil Mutants team here, so I'll definitely do a review of this comic book as soon as I get around to reading it, and not just flipping through the pages here. I've done reviews of the first 2 issues of this series so far, so go back and check those out if you get a chance. Also picked up X-Men number 6. This is the Jed MacKay X-Men title. Ryan Stegman's the main artist, but we got Netho Diaz on fill-in arts on this issue, and I'm a big fan of Netho Diaz's work so far. And this looks like no exception here. He's doing a great job filling in. for Ryan Stegman. His style's not too much of a departure from Stegman's, so a nice consistency in this book, even though we got a different artist. I like that every issue's kind of got a different story with using different kind of X-Men characters in each story. In this one, we got Tempo and Magic teaming up to help another mutant. They seem to be helping mutants in every issue. Nitho Diaz draws some of the best hands, I feel like, that I see in comic books these days. He draws just great hands. So Ryan Stegman's on the cover, though, of this issue, X-Men number 6. This was a $4.99 book. The Wolverine Revenge is also $4.99, but the Red Band is $5.99. So then I got the Rob Liefeld Deadpool team-up book, which is also a mini-series. Got Liefeld on the cover here. This is the main cover. It's a $3.99 book. I've done reviews of the first 2 issues of this so far as well, so go back and check those out if you haven't. This is Liefeld's final Marvel story, and he just announced about a week and a half ago that he got the license back to his original creation over at Image, Youngblood. So really cool to see that we're going to get Liefeld returning to Youngblood, kind of putting a period on all those extreme stories that he built way back in the 90s, and then basically took like a 20-year hiatus after losing the rights, selling the rights to Youngblood and some of his other characters. But he's been returning to his Extreme universe recently, and he's going to be focusing on that after leaving this final Marvel title, this Deadpool team-up, which is kind of a takeoff of the old Marvel team-up books. So just kind of his love letter to Marvel Comics as he leaves. And pretty cool splash page. I really like this Hulk face. Classic Liefeld. He draws a great Wolverine too. We were talking about Greg Capullo's Wolverine, but I really do like Liefeld's Wolverine a lot. We've got Wolverine vs. Hulk here. Classic battle. Some classic adversaries. I like the red background here. It fits pretty well. A lot of splash pages by Liefeld, for sure. Finally we get Deadpool. It seems like this has been a lot of Wolverine in this issue, so. Got Ral Dorn, who's this very obscure character Liefeld's brought into this book. He almost kind of reminds me of like Shaft or some kind of Liefeld insert character, it seems like. But I do like these random characters, these obscure characters kind of showing up. Then we get Lady Deadpool here. It looks like we got a Cable cameo. And Major X, another one of Liefeld's creations here. So this looks like a lot of fun. The first 2 issues were a lot of fun. I recommend picking this series up while you can. Then we got another mini-series here. I got Spawn Kills Every Spawn, number 4 of 5. And I've done reviews of all these issues so far. John Layman is the writer here. We got Sketchcraft Dunas doing the artwork. This is just a fun book. The artwork is just really awesome. Just taking up all corners of the page on every page. So much going on here to look at. Just really fun. Again, these Spawn comic books, they're only $2.99. No ads, so I highly recommend, if you're kind of fiending for a good superhero universe, if you're kind of sick of maybe Marvel or DC, Spawn's got a pretty good one going on. So they all are kind of, Spawn variations. They're all kind of derivative Spawn characters for the most part, but it's a pretty cool universe. So some nice splash pages here. Looks like we'll finally get Spawn and the Scorched versus our little mini Spawn who's trying to kill all of them. So the penultimate issue of Spawn kills every Spawn. Then I got the ongoing Spawn, main Spawn, adjectiveless Spawn. Still going today, number 358. Got Roy McConville writing at this point. We got Brett Booth on the interiors, which is what I'm mostly here for these days. Love seeing Brett Booth's interiors. He's got such an awesome looking style, just a 90s throwback style. Him being kind of one of the original Image artists. You know, a lot of people compare him to Jim Lee, kind of call him a Jim Lee clone, but I think he's really developed his own style over the years for sure. And really great pencil work here. Just really detailed style by Brett Booth. Look at this splash page. Really cool stuff. Love the cape all through here. Nice panel setup here. Looks like we got Spawn versus Jason Wynn. There's the Redeemer there. One of my favorite costume designs. Red Band approved Spawn title here. So yeah, I recommend definitely picking up the Brett Booth Spawn issues specifically. He's been the artist since issue 350. So we're at 358, so we got about 9 issues of his work so far. I wonder how long he's going to be on there. And then I got this back issue they had behind the counter. I was really happy to find this. Really surprised to see it. Perfect timing with the election happening next Tuesday. Definitely encourage you to get out there and vote. I know I will be. We got Savage Dragon 226 here. This came out in 2017, so this was during Trump's term. And Erik Larsen, obviously the artist and writer of Savage Dragon here. I've got issues leading up to this, 223, 4, 5, and I've got issue 227 and 228, 229, so on. So this was one I was missing. And so obviously really cool to find it at my local comic shop. They don't have a lot of Savage Dragon back issues. I bought most of them. But yeah, this is one I've never read this comic or seen it before. So really cool to find. The Torment and the Tyrant, it says. I mean, you know Larsen's political views reading any recent Savage Dragon comic, but it always makes for a fun ride, though, nonetheless. You don't have to agree with the characters in the book or even the writer to enjoy comics. So Larsen's one of my favorite artists for sure. And this looks like no exception here. We get a Trump page here. Pretty awesome stuff. You'll definitely get a review of this comic book within the next week or so. Just in time for the election, like I said. Larsen's done some political covers before with Kamala Harris and Biden as well. So he's not just, although those are pretty positive, this one's fairly negative of Trump. But, you know, he is given equal opportunity at least to their faces in the book. So, and this is Malcolm Dragon, the son of the current Savage Dragon. Or the original Savage Dragon, I should say. And the original Dragon voted for Barack Obama as well. That was immortalized on a cover of Savage Dragon. So, and Dragon himself actually ran for president too one day. So, President Dragon. Yeah, that actually happened. So, cool stuff here. Savage Dragon number 226. And Savage Dragon's still going today, so I think a new issue is going to be coming out in the next couple weeks, so keep your eye out for that. And thanks again for watching my video. If you like videos like this, please think about subscribing to my channel. I do post daily comic book reviews. And I'll see you guys on the next one.